this Kaylee?
Yes, this is.
Hi, Kaylee. This is Jessica, the nurse from Ellsworth Medical Center. I was wondering if you and Danielle would like to come in today to meet with myself and Dr. Andrea to talk about your father's condition.
Sure, I'm free anytime today.
Okay, how does 2:30 sound?
Sounds good. I'll let Danielle know, and we'll see you then.
Okay, great. See you soon.
Thank you. See you soon.
Hello, how are you doing today? My name's Andrea. I'm the doctor taking care of your dad.
Hi.
And I'm Jessica, the nurse with him.
Hi. Now, we're here to discuss the care of your dad, Joe, correct? All right. Now, I heard there is kind of differing opinions as to where we go from here. Now, let me just start off from the beginning as to where we have gotten so far. So, Joe is currently in a vegetative state, and we have tried several treatments to try to progress with where he is, and nothing is really working, and his body isn't responding. Now, do you ladies know the extent and the characteristics of the state that he's in right now?
I know that he looks at me. I know that I put my hand in his, and sometimes he even grabs my hand back, so he knows that I'm there. And I see that he's breathing, and I know he can hear me when I talk to him. So I think this whole conversation is just silly to be having in the first place because.
Well, I don't mean to correct you, but from a doctor's point of view, he responds to stimuli. So if a bright light goes on, he may very well blink. He does have random eye movements. If you place your hand in his hand, he doesn't know that it's your hand. He knows that something is there, and he responds with a stimuli by grasping it. He is unable to hear you. He has no sense of self-awareness. So, although he isn't there, he doesn't have self-awareness, he also isn't suffering. So if you think that plays a factor as you don't want him to suffer any longer, that doesn't necessarily play a factor because he has no self-awareness. He can't feel a sense of suffering.
So pushing treatment would be okay if he's not in any pain.
Yes, you could, but as his physical aspect of it, he's not responding to the treatment. So we could keep trying and seeing if anything happens and taking that chance, but it also could have a negative wear on his body. Can his body tolerate it in this state?
And this is all directly in response to the stroke that he had, and because he wasn't getting enough oxygen, that's why he is the way he is right now. Is that correct?
Correct. So he is reacting to stimuli, and it may look like he is there, but he's there, but he's not there. Like, he isn't able to see that you're there. He can't respond to you.
But he can.
It's not
he
to
can hear
people.
me, right?
He can hear, but he doesn't recognize who it is and distinctive things like that. Like, his senses are partially there. It's hard to say because it's different for every person. So I'm not him. I can't tell you what he feels. But from what his stimuli and his tests and all of that was shown, that is what I can tell you.
Right.
So basically, we're kind of at a standstill then, because I feel that even though Dad is 63, I think that he's lived a good life overall. I mean, our mom passed away 5 years ago, so he doesn't have her anymore either. And I think the big problem here is that I feel that his quality of life may never be and is never going to be what it was.
Right.
Even if it's a little better than it is right now, it's never going to be what it was. And I think that I have a hard time seeing how he could ever be happy again if it's not the same. You know what I mean? And I think that, I don't know, I think that even his age shouldn't determine whether or not what decision we make.
But you're also 6 years younger than me, and you don't understand that throughout his entire life he said that he's wanted to live a longevity and live until his high 80s, early 90s. And, who are we to say no and literally kill him at 63?
Well, I don't know. See, I understand what you mean, but at the same time, it's I feel like all the time that I lived with him when you were away at school and doing whatever else, I feel like as he got older, I felt that he wanted to live the best quality life he could until he couldn't anymore. And if this isn't the same quality life he had, then how is that living for him?
Okay,
You know?
let me interfere for just a second, because
Okay.
I understand where both of you are coming from. And I'm providing facts and information from what I can give you to what my extent of my care. So you do know that he's receiving artificial hydration and nutrition right now through a tube. He is not able to eat or drink.
Not yet.
Correct. So, like I said, he's been in this state for like a long time, and he's not responding to anything. So it comes down to, do we want to continue the treatments and see if he does respond? Or in this case, he's not responding, do we continue? Or do we let him live the rest of his life in peace, in his best interest, in relaxation, maybe at home, maybe in a facility, whatever is decided upon. It does not necessarily mean that it's hospice. Hospice means that he has 6 months left to live. We do not know the extent.
No.
Right.
So we call it more of a palliative care.
Yeah.
We are treating him, and we are putting him in a comfortable state and doing what we can for him to an extent. We don't even have to go that route and discuss this yet. I'm discussing here now, do we continue treatments? Do we not continue treatments? And it comes down to us, as in you two, with our help, creating a decision for his best interest, because if a decision isn't agreed upon, it gets taken to the next level and the courts get involved.
Right.
And a guardian is appointed on his behalf to speak for what his best interest might be.
Like, what do you think we should do?
What would you guys do if you were
What would you
us?
do?
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not in any position to tell you. I know this is a very heartbreaking and difficult situation, and I can't tell you which way to go. Obviously, we've been treating him for a long time, and it just doesn't seem that we've made any progression. He hasn't gotten any better, and this condition's just been at a standstill. But I mean, we're here to give you all the information and to offer you support. We have an ethical committee here in the hospital that can meet with you to discuss this, and we also have social workers. We can set you up with counseling sessions and just try to help you to make this decision that I know is very difficult, and obviously without an advance directive and him having told you guys what he would have wanted in this situation, I think that I just want to do what's in the best interest for him and help you guys to make that decision.
So it comes down to us discussing and having as many meetings as we need to have.
When do I have to know by? When
don't
does she have to come to my, agree with me by?
We don't have to set a date. We have to, I'll say this, we'll meet back in a week. Gives you guys, or 2 weeks, whichever is better for you guys. We'll meet and we'll discuss where we're at. If we absolutely cannot come to a decision, then it gets taken out of my hands. I would like to help you create a decision between the two of you in agreement what is in his best interest, but I can't force anything upon either of your decisions. He's not my father.
Is there any other family members or friends that he has that would like to be part of this decision making?
Our mom died 5 years ago. It's just us, and he was an only child.
Okay.
So family-wise, it's just us. But
It's hard because he doesn't have an advance directive. If he had an advance directive, it's different. We could go right off of what he wrote, what his wishes were, and what he wanted exactly done. In this case, he doesn't have it, which sometimes that happens. So we do the next best thing, which is leave it to you guys to make that decision. So because you guys are differing in your opinions as to where you think the care should go at this point, we either meet, we talk about the facts, we come to an agreement, or it gets taken to the next level. Which sometimes is fine, it happens, but it's a very long process, and if we can, we would like to be here to help you just to really do what's best for him and make that decision. It just comes down to what he would want after. Like, would he want to live the life of pain meds and possibly having a disability of some kind? Or would he even want to continue even having treatment because his body could continue to wear and even crash? You know what I mean? Like, there's chances that you're taking.
See, I think death is inevitable at this point. I feel like either way, we're either gonna have to decide to end it now and let him live happily, or continue the treatment and his body will continue to deteriorate and then he'll eventually die. But see, my point of view is he'll die suffering or he'll die comfortably, and I think that's why we think that.
well, he always said never give up. So
I think that Kaylee and I have to think about things for the next week and try and come to a decision, and then
Yeah.
we can meet up again, and then if not, then we'll have to take it to the next step.
And again, I'm here for you guys, whatever decision you decide to make, we can
go from there. And like I said, Jesse's the one who's been caring for him and been there for carrying along the bedside for how long now? I'm there, but I'm not there even a quarter of what she's there. So she's here and she knows a lot more, particularly in how he is and how she can help you, and she'll be there along the way.
Okay.
And I could be there, of course, if you need any questions. I'll be there, popping in here and there.
Okay.
So we'll leave this to you to discuss, and if you want to contact us at any point, just let us know.
All right.
You have any other questions before I head out?
No.
Thank you so much for
It
your
was
time.
nice meeting you.
It was nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
I'm so sorry about
Thank
your
you.
dad.
Thanks.
I'll meet you guys in a week and we'll further discuss the situation that we're at, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you. Good luck.